It's TYLOO versus mousesports, and mousesports, we had their coach on. He said it will not happen again. We will not see mousesports floundering in the same way they did versus OG in the server yesterday. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we see TYLOO preparing for the full AXX.
Here we go then, TYLOO with only one map under their belt so far. That was against G2 on Dust2. We'll see if they can find victory here on Mirage. mousesports on their knees yesterday, not looking their usual selves. They did manage to win Mirage against OG, but it was in overtime. It was 19-16 as they start on the CT side here. They are comfortable on this map, and Chris J looking very sharp as he opens things up. There's 4 kills for mousesports, and the round is over before I even finish my opening sentence. I didn't even get to break down the utility, Alex. I didn't even go through the flashbangs.
You didn't even shout how many flashbangs.
Didn't even talk about the armor.
12 flashbangs.
The decoys, the defuse kits, Chad. You're bit gutted about that.
Well, a little bit, but I'm happy with the fact that mousesports all got headshots. So they've been practicing that 5 headshot strategy we've been talking about.
Oh, I heard about this strat, yeah.
But I want to see if any of them can have a round that was as good as my flash round last night on the B-bomb site on Inferno. Because I'm just saying, I'm a support player.
Yeah, you were fragging, body bagging, but just pulling the pin on that flashbang was your MVP performance.
Yeah, beautiful scenes, really. A flash. It's not all the glory.
Plenty of flashes for TYLOO on somebody. Got 2 to be hoping to set up these Desert Eagles, but I think we are going to be seeing the prime example of patience being exerted here, hoping the CTs will toe the line and take a gamble. Rops is already thinking about it towards ramp.
Two smokes remain. And in terms of the overall look for TYLOO here, trying to contact their way in towards the A side of these Desert Eagles. See if it's possible to crack things open. Zeta certainly seems to think it's possible. That was his chance, and he will convert at least one, but there's a decent trade from Rops there. Zeta did well to even find that one, considering the position he found himself in. And it's a bit of a ruse. He was alone towards outside of the map. His teammates, however, making their way towards the B side, and the flashbang will come over. We're all in, boys.
All in. Flash number 2. Does catch absolutely nobody. Karrigan, however, will catch him all. Pokemon. It's spray from Frozen, not quite going to find the necessary final frag. And TYLOO getting 3 frags, potentially another hit. No, not to be. Woxic will pick up the pieces, but still a bit of an uncomfortable one for the CTs.
A little bit. All things considered, but bear in mind that was the force buy. In today's game, that's pretty par for the course, to be honest with you. Getting armor, upgraded pistols, smokes, flashes. If you get a few kills, that's pretty standard. If you get the bomb down, that's great. You can obviously win those rounds as well. So mousesports will just be happy now they've forced him down to a full eco. Now, just the Glock should be brought out. A Desert Eagle for attacker, seeing he's had a bit more money than his teammates. You can see Zeta does as well, but he's the AWPer of the squad, wants to keep his money nice and strong. As they head towards middle, the Deagles can cause damage here. We'll see whether they can get a one-tap. It's Frozen. He's on the USP for now, which is a bit of a flusher move. They don't want to challenge this too aggressively. Sure, there's lots of kills available, but at the same time, the Deagle can do damage at range, as you can see. It's going to be 1 kill in return for somebody.
That was a rifle, no? I believe that it's going to be Frozen's mission to retrieve that, for sure. Oof. Speaking of Frozen, maybe he doesn't need the rifle. My God, long range on the USB. Mission complete. Issues minimal, and that nade looks painful!
That's what it's all about. That's what we like to see. That's how we want to be kicking off this best of 3. A double nade, they're always satisfying.
We received a triple nade last night, if you remember.
I do remember that.
I haven't seen one of those for a while.
Was that the train game?
Yeah. It felt like a round we were on eco. We had gone down to like a 3-on-1.
Bomb planted, we're feeling good.
Let's just say that the caliber of players that we're up against right now in the realms of ESEA are much more difficult than when we were just playing in the matchmaking game.
Those guys can
really
play.
Stepped up their game for sure. But here comes our first gun round.
Oh.
And Rops.
Did he get blocked by a smoke?
I think he did, yeah. So he's going to be knocked off his perch and taken down towards the underpass here, as we'll see him on the M4. A4, of course. Attacker waiting for aggression. They have got the AWP in the hands of Zeta. Remember, he took the eco instead of his teammates force buying. A few shots exchanged. Karrigan does a little bit of damage towards somebody. 1 minute 20, and Rops is pushing in. He's got the kill way up.
The timing on that is always so 50-50.
Isn't it? Yeah.
And he's out. That's the perfect play. Don't stick around. Take the AK. Job done.
If he drops the smoke, that's even more perfect. But they're going to keep aggressing here. This could get very dangerous for Karrigan. Wanted the M4. He wanted the M4.
Yeah, but they know Robs is still here, so they're not going to be walking into his crosshair. Carrigan on 38 HP offers himself up. Smoke does go down now. That should funnel them towards the A side of the map. Dropped perhaps a little bit early for that idea to come through, but it is working out. You can see them actually rotating now through T-spawn. One player remains. That's going to be Freeman, just to suggest they're not falling back, but they are. And they don't have any smokes to actually finish up on this A side at all. So it'll be flashes and Molotovs. They've been locked out by an incendiary. They can still win this round, but it would have to be brute force at this point. A couple of very good flashbangs.
Oh, and Chris J's got the perfect weapon for the job, the AUG to tap away at the heads, but he does get the information. He's peeking into an AUG there, and he does behead Attacker. And Chris taps in another 2 heads. Freeman's thrown into a 1 versus 3. He does have the bomb and time, but they're coming from CT. Goodbye, good night, Freeman. Rops is the one to tuck him in. 4-0.
4-0 indeed. TYLOO default at the start of the round, trying to make their way towards B. And they actually had an equal trade at one point in time. Carrigan pushing through towards those B apartments. Did lead into an equal situation, but it was a smoke from Robs that sent them towards the A site. Chris J with the AUG and CT spawn. He managed to find the low HP AUG to kick things off. And then 2 stunning shots there at range with the scope. Managed to get 3 in total. And it's a simple finish there for mousesports as we see another partial buy here. Even with the maximum loss bonus, TYLOO will enter round number 5 with CZs. And maybe even just a straight up B rush here. They've got the Molotov for the van. We've already seen what kind of reaction they get from this, and then smoke towards both pillars ideally. We're seeing a lot of teams just throw 1 smoke towards short. Hasn't really been working out for them. The best possible scenario is both pillars smoke, 4 flashes over, and we'll see if it works out from here.
Ooh, Carrigan's got a smoke in mind. Creeping into the site, already meet Woxic. Carrigan will play around that smoke and has no issue dealing with Summer. It will be Zeta to claw 1 back. Where's that bomb? It's on the back of Zeta. Woxic's still on the site. He has been spotted. This has to be clean. It's not. But it's converted all the same. Zeta has 34 points of health, and that nade could very well be his demise. Down to 10.
They could still have a look into this one. It takes something remarkable, but it looks like that won't be coming through. Zeta now, the last player remaining, and Frozen will take him out. We're going to have a 5-0 start here for mousesports, and they're looking very comfortable. Bear in mind, this is the pick of TYLOO, currently 0-3. They don't have much more than 1 map under their belt. To be fair, Dust 2 result against G2 is pretty promising.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean too much unless you win the best of 3.
No, because that was followed up by a 16-3 loss on Vertigo, where Kenny S decided to paddle those bottoms with the AWP and have a, what was it, almost a 3.0 rating or something insane like that. So, yeah, the stat woes for TYLOO are getting worse and worse. We knew coming into this it was going to be a very, very tall ask of these individuals to even be picking up wins, let alone maps or competitive matches. They impressed with the fact that they now seem to have set pieces and moves when the chips are down, but it is just that, I guess I want to call it Asian style that needs to shine on through, because Counter-Strike in the past from this region was only noticed because it was something off-meta. And we've already talked about this a lot on the show. It's hard to be off-meta now. Everybody's playing the game so much more and dissecting it so much more than we ever have before. But there needs to be some form of a new face. You can't play the style of everybody else. It's just not going to work.
You're just not going to be at their level. They were born in this style of Counter-Strike. When teams like TYLOO or MVP would turn up to events before, they'd always have very strange approaches, especially on maps like Mirage. They'd have a hyper-aggressive CT side focusing towards middle that no one could handle. Looking way back to 2015 when we saw them Cologne 2015 on Cobblestone, they'd play this really defensive CT setup that no one ever seen before.
That's right.
Yeah, no one could even get a look in. There were no picks available. And the meta at that time was to be super aggressive, the upper platform, challenge for jewels. They would just tuck into the back of the site and no one could touch them. You had to commit to the bomb site and no one knew how to handle it. And Chad's right, we're not really seeing that individual sort of personality as they do manage to find a couple of kills at the start here. We talk over the round because, as you can see, mousesports is manhandling them at this point. It's going to be another convincing victory as they go up 6-0. Mousesports just stretching their legs out there as they recover some T weaponry as well. They've got the AWP for Voxic, of course, who has been up and down this week, but on track for a good result so far, 6-2. And they've got the Krieg for Frozen, and the M4s will be repurchased here.
Now, this is a pretty grim piece of information to have to be passing on here within the US Air Force tactical timeout, but we may as well get it out there. And the reason that we haven't been pushing this home is it's the most likely result. It's something that we were pretty much all expecting. But if TYLOO lose this game right here, they can't qualify, right? They can't make it to stage 2. Look, if they get a win here, that's great. You know, it's going to make the group even more interesting. It's going to blow it into a harder to... what was that stat line?
I'm looking at this one. Mousesports averaged the 2nd lowest trade frags per round, 16%. of all EU teams in EPL, averaging the second lowest trade frags. I mean, you want your trade frags to be as high as possible, so being the second lowest for mousesports is an interesting tidbit.
Yeah, and that's because they had to play a lot of T-sided rounds in their losses the other day to OG. They were on the T half in the last two maps, and they were also playing extremely individual. They were throwing the baseline smokes. I think Carrigan labeled them himself.
The usual team, right?
Yeah, he said that we do these gimmicky smoke plays. That's what he said in the interview with us, and you can see those plays were being well and truly countered by that of OG. They were getting them every single time they tried to push. For TYLOO, again, it will be another save. The way that these games are going to flow here with TYLOO, if they don't even start looking dangerous with bomb plants or they're not getting a couple of kills, they just have to take these partial upgrades. And to be honest, it makes for very dry viewing unless they do this.
Well, this is what we wanted to see. The individual mechanics shine through. The Desert Eagles certainly delivering here in round number 7. They've got a man advantage, but unable to recover any weaponry so far. mousesports may be getting a little bit too comfortable out there. Very aggressive now. As they lose 2 players at the start of the round, it's Rops and Chris J to go down. But still, having the AWP of Voxic, Frozen, and Carrigan will join him. And it's going to be the B finish here. And right now, the B bomb site is completely open. It'll be Frozen to deal with it. And luckily for him, he has got the Krieg, probably the best weapon for this particular job. As he looks towards the window now. If he scopes up, he'll be in a prime position. Opts to move out of the kitchen here and towards the bomb site. And he's going to hit drop down steps in any second. And the first kill, I don't think he gets this. Down he goes. They've got the round here, surely.
Oh, dear. They're going to try and grab that Krieg, and he gets back around the corner. Carrigan's got a lot to do. Somebody's not anticipating it, though. We'll check it, and Zeta's hit another one. Double kill from the Korean here, and Voxic under a lot of scrutiny. He will land the first. He's expecting the hunt. They want that AWP. And he does the right call to get out of there.
Reginald now keeps him in check here, just based off of the tone of him in that interview right there. That's probably, even with his funny start with the Baby Shark, the tone once we started getting into the questions about what happened was a very serious one. So losing a round in this fashion and giving away those kills with no trade potential, he's going to be on them right now, getting them back in line, and then mousesports should bounce back in the following round with a bit of tenacity about them and look a little bit tighter, because some of the kills that they gave away right there were nice shots by TYLOO, a little bit lackadaisical in the approach. With the weapons up in that 3v4 situation, you still would be considering mousesports to have the advantage if they were set up, but you could see what happens when an individual like Frozen is caught in transition. Too many bodies to deal with, and he'll get dealt with very, very easily.
Zeta saving the day. 6-1 is their first on the board. Voxic will still have the AWP, of course. Chris J opting for his calling card, the MP7. Probably the only pro still using the weapon at this point. As will throw the incendiary towards the A ramp. Aggression here from Voxic, trying to make his way up towards top of middle. You can see just waiting for the flashbang to come through. Then he's willing to challenge, but overzealous again. Not required, not necessary. Sure, it's within his playbook, but it doesn't work out. And did Rops even recover the AWP? Couldn't find it. Here's the reaction play. Chris J will push A ramp, but no one there to receive. But Freeman towards the Palace. It's looking good for TYLOO, yeah.
To note with Chris J's position, he can also hear movement towards top middle. So if the 2 individuals who are clearing out the top mid box right now and throwing out nades make noise, Chris will be able to hear it from this position. But he has to worry about the timing of this Halls player right now, because if he wants to go walkabout through T-spawn, that's fine, but he can't look behind him while he progresses forward.
Well, he has no one actually looking towards T-spawn. Freeman's left that open, and somebody's making a lot of noise here. He needs to be careful. Chris J's hearing all of this. So he comes in behind right now, starts to make footsteps himself, and makes his way towards B. And they're actually sending the bomb towards connectors, so this Chris J flank not going to work out for them. They went for a bit of a gamble on this side of the map. Chris J's confirmed it's clear. They probably just saved their weapons, to be honest with you here. Once the bomb goes down, they won't be repositioning. They won't be trying to flank the terrorists at all. Hold on to their M4s in the end. 7. And there we go. That's round over, I'm afraid. Not the most exciting one. But that's going to be it.
Yeah, you know, sometimes the rounds deliver and sometimes one body drops with an aggressive AWP peak. And, well, the rest of the round concludes without any more bloodshed. Chris J pushing up ramp. They pass each other towards middle. They head up towards connector. He decides it could be B. Gamble stacking with the remaining mousesports members. And for now, it will be 2 in a row for TYLOO. That's going to put all of the necessary tools at their disposal for at least 2 more rounds.
Do you guys know that baseball, this is very, very old, I'm about to go right now, but there's this baseball, it's like a parody of commentary where they, like, somebody passes second and, like, who makes it, you know, they've done this thing where they're using all these last names of players, kind of like we have with somebody in the server right here. As it is, I remember listening to it many years ago right now. I think it was funny. I hope it was funny.
I'm not aware of it, so I can't really help you out.
I might see if I can find it.
Yeah, do that.
I'll have a gander on the internet.
We can review it after this.
Now, I'm not on the Twitter sphere for the next 24 to 48 hours due to April Fools. I have no interest in reading any of the dribble.
I wanted to make a tweet about it today, and I thought, you know what, that's just going to add fire to the flames already.
The flame.
I just logged off.
Yeah, I'm out. Let's leave it. If you're thinking about announcing your gaming toaster or your funny jersey, just delete the meme folder. We don't need it.
We got some other stuff going on right now. Those jokes are the worst jokes.
Yeah, I don't think it even count as jokes at this point. Either way, Freeman will be making his way through in towards the B side. TYLOO managed to get a couple of row here, and maybe another. Carrigan, low HP, does manage to get at least one, but still there's so much pressure on this side of the map. This is the pick of TYLOO. We're starting to see why. 4-on-4 for now, but they have the control of the B bomb site. The bomb, it needs to go down. Somebody receives a neighbor, still with 16 HP.
Bomb down. Rops. Oh, he's got the information on 2 of them. 4 left in the server, though. Rops going to get caught. Frozen trades onto somebody. Crossing into the site. Low HP on Wogsig. The same. Can't be said for Chris J yet, but it's likely to change, and that's Freeman to confirm it. We got ourselves another TYLOO round. Finishing on B does seem to be working out wonderfully.
It's so weird that mousesports have been having struggles on a map like Mirage. Historically, when you think about the mousesports team, when it was Rops, Chris J, there was a lot more different names in there. You had, obviously, the likes of Oscar was in the mix. You had Sunny in there, a bit of a connector specialist. They were, for the longest time, considered the best Mirage team in the world.
Yeah.
Then they've dropped on off a little bit. They've had to change some positions around. Speaking with Carrigan, after he had come on in as the in-game leader of this team, he moved Rops from being the A-site anchor to the connector player, which makes a lot of sense. You don't want somebody of Rops' skill ceiling being locked into the A-site. It's a very passive role, usually playing retake, and normally you get isolated and the most you can do is find one frag. Having him in connector is great, but they have a star AWPer in Wogsig, they have a secondary AWPer in Chris J who can also help them lock down middle. Carrigan can pick up an AWP if they need to lock down the B holes. They realistically should have a very strong Mirage team.
I feel like historically, though, Carrigan's B bomb site anchor has been exploited in the past. It feels like he's one of the focal points of the opposition. They'll try and get through that bomb site knowing he's good for maybe one frag. As you can see, getting overwhelmed a couple of times in the B bomb site now. Has had decent performances in EPL. I think the stats are a little bit misleading in terms of him being the bottom 5. I feel like he's had some great moments, but it's definitely, if you're going to choose any of the mousesports players to target, he would be the one. And if you can bust through towards that B side and he's only finding 1 kill each time, then you might want to keep following those efforts, as we'll see them actually make their way towards the A side now. Full execution for TYLOO. This will be a commitment as well. You can see no one else on the map. They've thrown in 4 smokes. One towards CT spawn as well. Flashes, Molotovs coming through. There's an Eagle. Chris J can do nothing as he can feel the pressure, and so can Frozen as he sits towards Shadow.
Gonna be checked, but he's already managed to get a dink onto one, kill onto the other. Advantage heavily favoring TYLOO here. The spray through the boxes from Carrigan will not connect. And now, TYLOO, they've succeeded on both sides of the map. Molotov might flush some out. 2v2. He has a smoke. His teammate does too, so they can use one offensively, one defensively onto that bomb. Somebody and Zeta. Bomb about halfway gone here. Box is going to be clearing out Sandwich. A bit of an off angle from Zeta here. Timing! Oh wow, what a transfer. That was quick. 11 for the total, 3 in the round. Zeta delivering in a capacity we have not seen with the rifle and pistol.
Yeah, remember, he was the one that got them into this game as well with that Desert Eagle play, and now getting it done with the M4, technically the AWPer of the squad as well, showing he's not a one-trick pony. As we get into round number 11 here, money should be broken on the mousesports side.
Ever since that pistol round that they lost.
Yep. Seems to be the way, doesn't it? We've had this a lot in EPL.
So you question if it's a mental thing. It's like, oh, we lose that round, then other individuals in the team try and step up and do a little bit looser play. It will be the fast B against the pistols. We don't love to see it. There's 3 over towards that side of the map, but they should be able to handle this with the MAC-10, surely.
Well, they've got the opening kill on the other side of the map, and it looks like Freeman is making line work of these Desert Eagles. Carrigan, remember, the one who normally anchors this side of the map, good for 1, but that's all he's going to find. Frozen down to 2 HP. Should be enough to be said about this round. Molotov to patrol those flanks. Bombs to be planted momentarily. Zeta might not want to drop down here with the AWP as they just bide their time. Trying to get intel. Those remaining CTs have got more than they bargained for there. A missed shot from Zeta. He's low, and Summer will pick up the pieces. Just 1 Frozen left, and not really much he can do about this, I'm afraid.
2 points HP. He's going to be lucky if he gets a look into any of one of these frags right here. Zeta jumping on up. That could offer him a body shot with the Deagle. If he misses the AWP bullet, looks like he's just going to tuck on in and try and get them as they exit the site when they're not looking in his general direction. They're all gonna exit through his avenue, through his thoroughfare. He's gonna get taken down. We're gonna jump in the skybox quickly, guys. I want to show you what happened in the A side execute that came on in from TYLOO just before. There was an extra smoke. So
4 smokes I saw.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we get these to land. Okay, so the CT ones are what I want you to focus on. You see that secondary one landing? I'm gonna change the camera angle here. You can see they put a second smoke on the box so no one can jump on up while they're entering into the site.
On ticket booth, so they can't actually jump up there with the sniper, I'm assuming.
So one lands on the ground like normal, one on top of the box. That's to get rid of any gap. So just one extra smoke here used by TYLOO.
That's the go-to, right? If you get smoked off, you see on ticket booth, and the idea is you have to flash him and then challenge him, but if you smoke it off, that's not even an option. So that's pretty cool. I'd like to see them continue running that strat. This is a variation of it. You can see them actually focusing towards Palace this time. So it won't be the same level of smokes, but maybe some very strong flashbangs. Try and get themselves out of Palace position, but you can see Robs adjusting quite nicely. Does throw the incendiary, buys an extra 7 seconds, but now he's in CT spawn. If they commit now, there's only one player towards A, and that's Chris, who's focusing towards the A ramp. There's the flash, and they have got out safely.
Jumps into the crosshairs though. Attacker does confirm CT does have an inhabitant. And the Flying Dutchman's kind of trapped in a rock and a hard place. Good grief. Finally finds some respite in the smoke. There's more Molotovs being thrown in, not too far off from blooming. Now the flashes, now the bomb plan. mousesports, they'll get to rotate in, but this is looking fantastic from TYLOO.
Remember, they were 6-0 up, and now these executions from TYLOO, they are a little bit different. We are seeing some innovation here, and they're starting to hit their shots. It will be mousesports in the lead for now, though, in a 4 versus 3, but they need to defuse this bomb. They're going for a boost in CT spawn. No one there to really find. It just wastes time, if anything, as we get to the halfway point of the C4 here. They have 1 kid available, but Summer, he's taking everyone down with him. The HE will finally silence him down to the 2 versus 1. 3 minutes, 16 HP, can't do anything about it. Great shot from Frozen. He has got the kit, and he will find the first and break this spell of 5 rounds in a row for TYLOO.
Frozen. That must have been massive. We caught the last kill, which is equally as impressive, but another 2, and nade as well, catching somebody. We'll see the nade flying into somebody to shut him down. Excuse me, it was Summer. And then Zeta dying on that Palace peak. I mean, that is an impossible round to turn around at that juncture of the clutch. He did it. Regardless.
We have seen that that mousesports, was it a 2v5 yesterday that I think I was showing you guys on Vertigo? That was wild against VP. Chris J had 3 smokes, he did 3 kills, he didn't even see anybody, right? Gets 2 spam kills through the wood, then pushes up, gets a 3rd kill through a smoke. So I'm loving this kind of approach from TYLOO here. They've done very well. It's aggressive smoke coming on in. Somebody's already going to be in front of that, but Carrigan, is he aware of this? He needs to be. Holds down the trigger. The flash gives it away. Able to upgrade to this Krieg. He's got more than enough to defend here, and TYLOO immediately have to get on out.
Yeah, well, Carrigan's done well. He sealed the kill away, upgrades to the Krieg as well, and takes a few bullets on his retreat, but he's still alive and kicking on 39 points of health here. 5 versus 4, 1 minute 15 on the clock, and TYLOO now on the back foot. We'll see Zeta. Great showing so far, the AWP. He was actually lighting them up with the Desert Eagle and rifle before, so we'll see if we can have the same impact with the AWP. Given the bomb, smoking towards window. Final intentions not clear. And in terms of the grenades, they've got themselves flashbangs across the board, but only 1 smoke. Voxig. He'll hold towards a connector for now. 2 targets appearing momentarily. Doesn't deal with the first, fires off the shop, and repositions towards window.
Only the scout for Chris J. Do not be fooled. No double AWPs yet.
Don't love the quick changing, but the smoke acting as a bit of a shield in this moment. He's going to need to go big here. I'm a little bit worried about the weapons left over. It's all just heads up CS.
The fact there's 20 seconds, he's got the Krieg. I feel like Carrigan can make this work. 1 will do, considering the time remaining. That AWP shot would have been ideal. Frozen just playing for the bomb at this point. 10 seconds remaining, but mousesports are missing quite a lot of shots. Starting to make it work now. It comes together in the end, but the bomb gets planted. All things considered, probably shouldn't have happened, but they had plenty of money on the TYLOO side regardless.
Look
so
how much money they still have as well.
Yes,
8K.
7K on Freeman as well. So there we have it. Lots of money they won't be going before the end of this half.
Yeah, that's a very luxurious place to be in right now if you are on that T side. And we have seen these executes, these set pieces towards bomb sites when they have not lost their opening pick look pretty potent. That was the similar scenes for OG when the 2 teams played the other day. We'll have another tactical timeout coming on in. Somebody is TYLOO's longest standing member, playing for 1,841 days.
Years.
I brought that up before, boys. You weren't that excited when I brought it up.
I was. It just reiterating the point now. It does stand out quite a lot. 5 years, Chad, is a long time.
He's seen a lot of roster changes. Bente, Excurate, DD, Mo was in there for a while. There's been a lot of names who have come across the TYLOO banner over the years. And, well, somebody, I think right now, he's statistically the highest rated player for TYLOO so far within the Pro League. And his play style is the most questionable. But that's what I want. I want 5 somebodies. And we will see if we get the cloning working. I don't think we're there yet.
But yeah, we're still working on it.
5 somebodies could definitely cause quite the ruckus.
Well, I am liking what I'm seeing out there from TYLOO. The innovation from the set pieces, just a few added extra smokes and some different ideas. We don't see that every day, but this is pretty standard stuff from Voxic, pushing up towards top of middle. He will get the opening pick. Finding his rival sniper in the form of Zeta there. He's on 13-9. It'll be a quick 5-on-4 for mousesports here, right at the start of the round, and the bomb will have to be recovered by Attacker. Let's see if this is going to work out for them. Where do they want to go next? Their set pieces have been very good so far, but that's why Voxic is pushing towards middle to shut down that prospect.
Voxic is one we were keeping our eye on as well for this group. I believe we had him up in the mix as one of the top 5 AWPers in the world, especially in Group D with the likes of Kenny S. He is an influential player, but so far he's been looking a little bit lackluster. The lion's share of damage has been done by Rops and Frozen, the young little rifler combo that they've got over there in the mousesports camp. The timing of this smoke right here is going to be almost everything.
Which smoke?
The connector one, because of the position that Frozen was playing in. He was in the open. He's had to pivot now.
Okay. 40 seconds. Chris J is going to start sweeping into connector just as TYLOO feel the heat rising, that clock ticking. 30 seconds. They do have to commit straight dry into the Chris J AWP. And somebody does well to find Robs. Chris J repositioning. He's looking at all the right places. Carrigan finding another one, but somebody desperately trying to claw it back. He's been thrown into a 1v3. No time, no hope, really. Preserving this Krieg and stopping it from falling into the opponent's hands isn't so much of a risk, given that they've got a Krieg and 2 AWPs, so somebody will just gracefully escape and scarper.
Certainly will. No problems here. And it's going to be the final kill for Voxic there. He opened things up, he shut them down, and it's 3 players surviving here. 10-5 is about what you would expect coming into this game. I feel like after the 6-0 start, it's impressive that we did see TYLOO come back with 5 rounds of their own, but starting to slow down here after conceding the last few 3. TYLOO have endured 26 roster changes, coaches included, dating back to early 2013. I got you, Chad. There we go.
That's a lot of roster changes, isn't it? Well, Peacemaker was in there as a coach, Jonta was in there
Bondic
as a coach.
Was in there.
Yeah, Bondic came on in. It's been a wild ride over there in that TYLOO camp.
TYLOO's wild ride.
Yeah, it's been some strange times for sure. This is certainly not the most exciting TYLOO lineup of all time.
No.
It's not like whether they're saying, oh, just give them a few months, they'll show you what they can do. They're decent. They can take a map or 2, but they won't be lifting any trophies.
No, it doesn't feel like we've actually built the Chinese super team that is necessary for the region.
It's just another TYLOO lineup, isn't it? It's just another. They might take a map. They're going to be pretty good individually. But that's about
expect some pushy plays, some stuff outside of the box a little bit, and expect a B hit through a Molotov. The attacker's taking a huge chunk of damage.
Carrigan loves this smoke.
It's interesting one.
Good shot. We know they can hit those. B bomb side again. That's where they found the majority of the success. They might as well just keep focusing there. It's the final round for now. 4-on-2, Robs and Chris J. They can't save these weapons. We'll have to go for it. The chances of them winning are very slim indeed. But Attacker offers himself almost up for free there. HE could be successful as well. It's going to do damage at least towards Freeman. Takes him down to 40. Krieg doesn't quite connect. A chance here for mousesports. The flames aren't decent though. It will lead to another summer frag, and that should be all we have to say about round number 15.
9-6 on the half. TYLOO to try and pull things back. They chose to bring Mirage to the fray. Let's see if they can justify why when we return.
It was pretty smooth.
Hotel rooms and city squares, champagne bottles, drum and snare. The sights and cities seem to fall away when you stare. You take me high, you take me low. But I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave for the melancholy. Cody, fill a hole inside me. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I know my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Sarah. Chasing love in an empty bar. Pour a drink till I make it past. The midnight hour seems to come and go, but I know. Walk on up with a drink in hand, sipping mixers cause you can. And all the lights begin to switch off. You're chasing the light, holding on for life.
Ninety-six on the half. First map, Mirage. Does look like TYLOO have done some strategizing, and it did manage to get under the skin of the defense of Mao. Still looking for redemption. Raging, their coach, made it abundantly clear that it will not happen again, referring, of course, to the OG sweep they conceded that has put their question and their spot in stage 2 of this competition on the line. I'm Machine, I'm joined by Henry G and Sponge.
Yeah, not the half they were looking for there, Alex. I have to be honest with you. mousesports came in with a blistering pace. 6-0. Looked like what we expected, Chad. And mousesports were back. But 9-6 actually begs the question on the pick of TYLOO. They could actually bring this one back with a pistol victory.
Yeah, and they found success in similar ways that OG did. So let's see if their CT side can be just as potent here as...
Bear in mind that their pistol rounds have been pretty good so far. TYLOO have been converting most of these pistol rounds, even though they've not been winning many maps.
Some real clunky moments on the pistols, but look, as long as they get the win on the board, that's where we need to start.
Against G2, remember they were up, I think they had 4 out of 6 pistol victories, if I'm not mistaken. So they are very capable of winning these sort of rounds.
This is really strange approach right now from Mouse. They've thrown the standard wall smokes over towards the stairs and the jungle position, naded CT, and now they're making it seem like a fake, but the smokes have cleared. They've taken control. They are planning safe, but all the attack of TYLOO will be coming through CT spawn. This is going to be a bloodbath. They have a smoke as well.
They'll cause chaos with the smoke now. They can look ahead as well.
No one can see the bomb.
And that's a good point. This could get very messy
What are
very
they doing?
quickly. I feel like TYLOO are going to run away with this. The defuse will come in. You can't really stop it unless you get perfect shots. Rops has done that. At least we'll stop the initial defuse.
Yeah, but he's in trouble now. Spotted, and oh my god, he hits another one. Zeta's off the bomb. mousesports, they should have done enough. They could have done enough. Zeta's got a kit, and the shots are hitting, but time is of the essence. He has to hold it. He has to hold it. Woxic knows it, and will save the day for Mouse. Rops, I have to give credit to as well. If he didn't hit that shot on the bomb, but also on attacker, that could have been problematic.
Talk about putting all of your eggs in one basket. That right there was exactly what mousesports did. By relying on Rops being the only individual who could see where the bomb was planted, That could have gone so wrong so quickly.
On a pistol round especially as well. If he has an AK-47 there, sure, he's probably going to stop the diffuser. It was unlikely he found the kill there with a P250. A little bit lucky that he did find initial damage there. Only had to hit one quick bullet towards the end. But still, they win the round, and it's going to be double digits from mousesports. No force buy from TYLOO here. It's going to be the full eco as they position themselves with no flashes to note, but a strike towards middle incoming. Just going to try and find a few kills if possible. That's why mousesports will focus on the MAC-10s here for now. A bit of an SMG specialist. Carrigan to open things up, finds attacker in the connector.
Someone pushing forward, just bringing the fight to Chris J, which he's all the more happy for now. $600 in his wallet. And there's Carrigan making himself a cold 1.2. There we have it, clean enough, keeping those SMGs and making them work wonders. 11-6, so 2-round start for them on their T side. mousesports, it does put them within touching distance, but now the resistance is going to become a whole lot more threatening.
Yeah, and normally mousesports on these type of rounds will do the default mid smokes, but they'll play very quickly through them. The MAC-10 still in play means that if we do see that come on in, well, they can have the range disadvantage cut into an advantage very, very quickly, but oh, I was going to say, does it look like a B rush? No, they will be doing the standard mid smoke with Molotov combo to at least feign that they are going towards that side of the map early. They have a defender over towards A, managing that, and Carrigan, well, he's going to be going down through the underpass with that MAC-10. Molotov to push back anybody from the left-hand side of the window as they want to turn their attention to clearing the connector and catwalk positions simultaneously. Some grenades will go in. This has taken some damage of his own. Attacker, unlucky there to cop that one.
Damn, just as he slid around the corner. But it does soften him up for the MAC-10s.
Yeah, certainly. 2 players without helmet, Zeto with no armor. Carrigan waits patiently towards that connector. We have somebody here positioned towards short. He'll be dealing with Vox. He's got the bomb in his back as well. Needs to be very careful. Player towards underpass, makes his way towards CPL. Crochet opens things up, takes down Summer, but Zeto strikes back. Remember, he's got no armor. Attack needs to be very careful. There should be an insta-trade coming through as we get ourselves in a 3-on-2. Voxic finds a man advantage. Zeto towards CT spawn. His teammate, Freeman, idle towards B right now, starts to make his way towards the A-bomb side, but it might be too late. Molotov towards spawn could be coming in momentarily. That could be the chance to plant.
That is such a ballsy angle that Rops is holding. There's an AWP sliding into that, and still he prevails. Freeman up against 3.
Remember, this is the quote-unquote bonus round as well. You had 3 MAC-10s coming into this one, and you actually got a 3-on-1 advantage here. Freeman's got almost 0 chance of winning the round of no defuse kit or utility, but maybe he can save the AWP. That's what he's going to do at this point, and miss the shot. Carrigan will take care of that. 12-6, eco for TYLOO. On their map pick, 13-6 looks almost locked in at this point. 3-0 start. mousesports on for a 4th.
18 for Carrigan right now.
Yeah.
Not playing like the second lowest rated player in the tournament thus far.
Not.
I don't know if we can say the same for Attacker, however. He's only 5 kills, 29 ADRs. Not looking great for him right now, but with 12 on the board, they need to bounce back. Maybe through the pistols, they can find some success. We've got upgraded CZs. Got a little bit of utility sprinkled on into the mix, and mousesports will be heading over towards B early. Looks like they're throwing out a bunch of utility. Do they want to follow through? No, it will be a fake. The bomb's going to sit on back, and that's a good thing because Summer, he's going to decapitate Chris J.
Yeah, they think better of it, and they've pulled at least 5 players over towards B. So, sure, they lost one, but it's not the end of the world. They've confirmed that A is clear at this point. You can see they're making their way out towards Tetris. And even if the CTs do realize this, trying to get back in towards this A site after the smoke's been deployed towards jungle is going to be very difficult indeed. There's the Molotov and smoke combination here. Robs has confirmed the A site is clear. He's checked all the crevices, the nooks and crannies, as they manage to get the bomb planted nice and open once again. You can imagine there's no kits available on the CT side here. And here comes the swing from CT spawn. They'll try and coordinate themselves together, get multiple targets, but Rob's more than ready for it.
They do well to land some damage on him, but he will just reposition. Aggressive stance, and talking of aggressive, somebody with the flank, he's going to get a second here. Rops is gone, switching to the AK in hunt of a third, and oh, the damage was there. Carrigan low. down to 15. Somebody a good try.
Yeah, that was actually really well played from Carrigan. They did very well there, TYLOO, on that retake to actually swing from CT spawn. There was a moment it felt like it could fall apart here, but Carrigan, let's see how crispy this was. Double spray down towards CT spawn. You see the flashbang from Robs was very, very effective. Nice 180 towards the shadow position to find that final kill. And this could be one of the final buys for TYLOO here. We're going to run over 20 with the AWP for somebody. They do have the rifles required, a couple of kits as well. Somebody of no utility and a set piece towards A potentially coming through. Aggression from the CT side though. Carrigan defend them off and seeing hitting most of his shots so far and doesn't look intimidated whatsoever. He's continuing to challenge towards middle.
And so is Chris J continuing to challenge towards A. Him and Rops have just walked out into the A site and now already set up on Sandwich. 2 CTs will plan to contest this.
Just keeping that jungle position Molotov, meaning the sniper can't come in and look towards Palace. CT steps is the issue here. The flashbang comes over. Not effective though. Freeman hiding in the corner looking for the double kill. That could have decided the round there and then. Rob's down to 20 AHP. It's a 4 versus 3. They have got kits, bear in mind, but an AWP on the retake here.
That will force him into a more passive line, but it will not confirm the round by any stretch. In fact, TYLOO, they're running out of time. The kit's on attacker. Get across, it's Summer first. Opens things up, time becoming a real issue here, and their frags are coming in. All of a sudden, attacker's defusing. He will be stopped, and Carrigan saves the day. The kit has been picked up, and they think they've got time.
They got it.
TYLOO takes 7.
Whew. It was very close, but TYLOO have done enough. Their retakes have been impressive, and finally, one lands in their favor. Carrigan, I thought he was the hero at that point. Had he been a little bit luckier, one of the kits been out of his grasp there towards the end, that could have been the difference maker. He got the kill, but wasn't enough to find the round. But he keeps them on a relative leash here financially, as we see Summer getting the job done here. You can see the panic setting in. Carrigan swinging out, finding the frag, but there it is, picking up the kit off the floor, getting the defuse in with about half a second to spare.
That's something we saw TYLOO doing well on their Dust 2s as well. Very good at these late, janky retakes on their CT sides.
They feel super, hectic.
Oh, Freeman maybe not awares of the new ledge adjustments correctly just yet. Stepping too far back, punished by Woxic. Now the snowball onto B continues as Chris J gets one. He's coming up catwalk, and Summer, he's going to be locked out through this kitchen position. So they didn't save last time round. Let's see if they consider it this time round, as TYLOO are in the position of conceding the 14th. Well, that's definitely locked in now, as Woxic will find another. Surely they have to save. We can still see, if we look at the radar, the 2 defending individuals or somebody an attacker, they are so far away. The bomb hasn't gone down yet, but it doesn't look like they're moving into positions where they want to hunt. What you can do if you're mousesports in this point in time is start to lock them in. You know, leave one individual with the bomb and then thoroughly not clone the rest of the map. You don't want to do that. Comb the rest of the map here to kind of find out where they're saving. Traditional spots would see them going over towards the A apartments, the palace position, or maybe over towards the A ramp where you can defend just 2 easy choke points. They've opted to stay connector and sight in case anybody is already on the hunt or close, and it looks like Mouse will just be holding on to all their goodies.
Everybody's all good in the hood. 14 for mousesports. It does get down to the crunch time of TYLOO's map pick here.
It does. It's not a good place to be, considering you've only picked up 1 round so far in the second half. You found yourself 6-1 down, 14-7 in your own map pick overall. They've saved the AWP and the M4, however. Money is okay to bring out rifles around this, but time is running very thin indeed. Mousesports certainly the favorites coming into this one, but they have shown weaknesses this week. Losing to OG last night, it didn't look like the same usual team. I like the fact that Raging said as well, we saw some lag issues. He didn't use that at all. Yeah. He said straight up, that wasn't the reason we lost, and I respected that. I just wanted to make note.
Yeah, I didn't get to see how the VP match went for Chris yesterday. I'm not, in terms of was he lagging, I didn't watch the game firsthand. I knew the 2 scorelines were 16-12, 16-12 in that mousesports favor, but maybe he's been able to rectify that issue. We haven't seen any problems with him over here throughout Mirage.
Yeah, certainly not. So, one more round will do it for map points on their opponent's pick here. See the incendiaries thrown preemptively as mousesports will commit, throws us down, and first headshot found. Chris J. Carrigan delivering nothing but headshots at this point. We are going to see somebody, AWP, limps in from short. really needs some backup at this point. His teammates are towards Connector, Kitchen, nowhere to be seen. And Robs, well, he's going to have Attacker. That's a guaranteed frag, I'm afraid. One bullet in the back of the head puts him out of his misery.
Oh no, somebody now is committed to this push. If he wants to go back, he has to deal with drops, but he wants to go forward, finds the first, gets the second with the AWP. How is he making this even possible?
Oh my God, Carrigan can actually get caught here. He's got to save the day again, somebody faking it out. Carrigan calls his bluff and confirms it. And I think the time this time is a little too far gone. Nice try from somebody. Very valiant attempt with the AWP.
Yeah, Carrigan played it so well there, though. Instead of panicking and checking the bomb, he counted with the internal clock up to 4, checked it, confirmed it was clear, gets the kill, removes the orb, and it's very well played. It's going to be 15-7, 8 in a row required from TYLOO now just to get us to overtime on their map pick. Here's Carrigan, 23 kills to his name, by the way. He's going to be rising up
blistering
the rankings, no problem whatsoever after this map. Sum up, enters the next now with the AK-47.
Oh.
Wow.
Freeman got stabbed leaving spawn.
Only a little bit.
It's only a little stab, but it's still a stab.
Yeah, it's never what you need map point.
Well, they don't know he crossed. They were able to get through behind the Molotov.
Could be enough for one. Maybe a second. Zeta onto something here. Boxer will bring it back, but it's a 3-on-2. Very quick round here. Boxer can Carrigan to try and close things out.
Yeah, just over the Molotov. The smoke and the flame was enough to obscure the cross of Zeta. And it translates into
Carrigan.
a very nice frag. Somebody was not ready for that one at all. Now the B site is entirely mousesports. He's waving the flag, saying to come and get that bomb down. That's going to be the job of Woxic. He's already got himself 2 kills. Carrigan's on for his second hit as he hunts Freeman up short. Just around and across the line. 5 HP left on Carrigan, though. This is not out of the realms of possibility for Attacker.
Certainly not, but he's got his work cut out for him here. Plenty of opportunity to win it with the low HP of Carrigan, but will he even spot him? It doesn't look to be the case. Now he's given up and he's taken so much damage here. Carrigan will be telling Voxic he's super low at this stage and he's going for a full defuse. Gets off the bomb, trying to work out where the last player could be at this point, but I think Voxic's confirmed he's not on the bomb, just dancing around at this stage, has to go with the full defuse, knife to close things out, goes to the orb headshot, still just as classy, and there we have it. After going up 6-0 in the first half, it looked like TYLOO had something to say about Mirage, but it's a resounding victory there for the international squad of mousesports as they pick up their opponent's map pick.